everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Genshin Impact. I was doing some of those side missions on the mountain. I had to come back to camp, and of course, when I come back to camp, then triggers the main quest. So, just ran into Sucrose.
Are you here to explore the snowy mountain too? You scared me. Please, don't scare me like that. I was giving my research report some much-needed consideration. But you were just standing over there, staring into space. Not at all. I was just thinking of a name for a new subspecies of sweet flower I propagated. It has seeds that are 4 times as large as normal.
4 times? Sounds tasty.
Oh, are you interested? Wonderful. Next time, please allow me to show you the fruits of my work. It's a shame. If I wasn't coming to this mountain, I would have brought some samples with me. Yeah.
Her and John Ling
doing
like best
research in the
friends.
city? How come you're here? Timaeus and I were helping Albedo organize research data. Timaeus just left, in fact. You didn't run into him? Sure didn't. He said that he wasn't as sharp as Albedo when it came to data. By quite a long shot, in fact. The significance of some things Albedo is able to grasp almost immediately, but we, on the other hand, take considerable time. I fear that this must be the difference in our knowledge and experience showing. Timaeus seemed rather depressed about the matter. He said he was going to take a walk, so I'm currently settling the leftover affairs myself.
Feels like he's just leaving her high and dry.
I was originally going to take a look around myself after finishing up here, but unexpectedly, I gleaned some interesting data from these reports. But, well, guess my search for secrets will have to wait. Secrets? Ooh, what secrets? Actually, do you two have time right now? Don't have anything on us but that. Then, could I ask you for a favor? In truth, I feel like Albedo is concealing something from myself and Timaeus. But isn't he your teacher? What would a teacher have to hide from his students?
Many things.
That's true, but I feel like he's always hiding something. It is my personal guess that it is some great secret of alchemy. Wait, how are you so sure? Timaeus and I are both passionate researchers of alchemy. If it was anything else, Albedo wouldn't have any reason to hide it from us. You do have a point. Could you help me investigate what it is that Albedo's hiding? Please. I'm just too curious. What do you think?
Curious about Albedo's secret stash myself.
Yes. Thank you. All right. Let's take a little trip, shall we?
Now, the kid found not his dad's remains, but the remains of his dad's camps. He's like, I'm gonna climb down this mountain, and once I reach a certain range, I should be able to just drop. I'm like, he did, but we'll see what happens. I'd actually be kind of surprised if this game killed him, but we found his backpack with his son's book in it at the bottom, so, but no remains.
Daddy, on top of that mountain.
Here's what we discovered in the cabin at the summit. Oh, I can't be Daddy, such a great adventurer. Get out of a small rough patch like this for sure. He said he'd found a way down the mountain in his notes, didn't he? He must have made it down safely, it's gotta be it. I suppose he made it down safely. Exactly, he must have. Might even be resting right now. Or he might have set up a new campsite at the summit and is taking a break there right now. That is not what he's doing. In any case, I'm sure that once he's all rested up, Daddy will come here and look for me. I'll keep waiting for him here. Thanks for helping me out, by the way. Here, these are for you. Oh, you poor bastard. You poor son of a bitch. That's just where the game leaves us hanging. Is something the matter? Did you come here to see the sights, or did that boy Cyrus send you here on some commission? Oh, whatever your reasons for being here may be, stay on your guard at all times. Mountain really is a dangerous place. Oh, you're back. Yeah, we're talking to you. You just forgot who we fucking are? How did it go? You see the ice? Oh, you're in quite a state, aren't you? Do you know anything about the air current in the cavern? Already been that high? That's very impressive. Still, the cavern blocked by a strange air current, you say. Let me think. That reminds me, we did have an adventure team that also got lucky enough to reach a point very high up in the mountains. They couldn't get close enough, but they did report that a cavern near the summit did have a strange and powerful air current flowing from it. Logically speaking, no air current in such a place should be that strong. No one knows the reason why either. Apart from that strange air current, this mountain is also home to some very strange ice. This ice is incredibly hard to break and will not melt when exposed to fire. It has proven a major obstacle to our exploration as a result. We've been unable to find a way to deal with that ice, so we've had to go around it. What's more, blue plants are often found growing near this ice. I could vaguely see that there was something encased within the ice. Since I was unable to melt it, catching a glimpse of it was as far as I got. If you're interested, you can follow the trail of blue plants to have a look at that ice. I believe that the Entombed City outskirts and Starglow Cavern are home to many of those blue plants. You can go and check them out. Strange, powerful air current, bizarre ice, and odd plants. If this was your standard tale of adventure, there would be some link between these three. In real life, it's best to be practical when adventuring. Make sure you prepare yourself sufficiently before heading up Dragonspine, you hear? Apparently I thawed one of them out already.
Albedo!
Hey there, it's us again.
Why are you here? Are you lost?
No, we're not.
Ukro says that you conceal some unspeakable secret.
A secret?
Hey, what are you doing? Our mission calls for a delicate approach.
Well, we weren't fooling him either way.
Sure, but still.
Actually, you've arrived at just the right moment. I have business with you too, in fact. Here, catch.
Huh? What's this?
As you can see, it is a sword.
Smithing a part of an alchemist's qualifications too?
I did not make the sword. However, I did add some alchemical touches to it. Would you like to try it out?
You're giving it to me?
My research indicates that this sword has some unique properties. Only you can use it, but I need to gather data from it quite urgently. So, could I bother you to use it in battle?
Wait a second. How can there be a sword that only one person can use?
Any adverse side effects?
Very astute of you. This sword has indeed had a curse laid upon it. An ordinary person would be unable to wield it at all. However, you are an exception.
Huh?
Or perhaps I should say that only you are immune to the curse. As such, who could I find to help me if not you? We gain little from saying more. Go find some monsters nearby. After all, some things are best discovered through practice.
Now. Oh my god. Now, this is obviously something we should be concerned about. But it's an RPG, so gimme, 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 gimme. Oh, we already have enough to ascend it too. Woo! How the fuck? Oh. Oh, I can use that. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's go kick some ass.
How about those over there?
Paimon still has a bad feeling about this.
Wings of darkness, come, sever night. Prepare to be blown away.
Over here! It's with this brat!
Ferocious, man. He didn't seem all that ferocious.
Give it back, you thief!
Treasure hoarders? There are treasure hoarders in a place this cold?
There are treasure
Enough
hoarders
talk.
everywhere.
Hand it over!
Nah, bruh.
Watch out! There's no way.
Nah. We good.
Direct assault!
Prepare to be blown away.
Suffocate, suffocate! Have a little taste!
Prepare to be blown away. Power core.
Suffocate! That's tingle?
On, reveal thyself. Help! Beginner is attacking. Nice and spicy.
Have a little... I got careless. Picked the wrong test.
Now that's rich! Treasure hoarders calling us thieves?
They certainly arrived quickly.
You didn't filch anything from them, did you?
Goodness, no.
They seem to have been talking about this sword. What's going on?
Why are you looking at me like that? Of course I didn't steal the sword. Not long ago, the knights caught a band of treasure hoarders outside the city. The goods they were smuggling were also impounded. This sword was one of those items. We believed it to be stolen plunder, but no one came to claim it. Nor could we find out where it came from, so it languished in our stores. I noticed it quite by chance while in our storehouse. To tell you the truth, such an old sword would see little use outside of alchemy.
You claimed it for yourself? Just like that?
Perk of the job.
So, then what happened? You just took it with you?
Indeed. And I initially intended to perform some experiments on it, but I unexpectedly discovered its true origins in the process. This ancient-looking weapon once passed through the hands of a now-deceased blacksmith. It is a legendary, magical sword.
A magical sword?
It is said that the smith vanished not long after creating the weapon, with the weapon subsequently becoming lost to time. Working backwards from its eventual fate as plunder, one can guess that it was then stolen by the treasure hoarders, where it remained in obscurity till recently.
The blacksmith who made this weapon disappeared? That's kinda spooky. No wonder it's cursed.
Exactly.
Think that humans could make such a weapon.
Do you know the story of Durin and this mountain? Durin was the black dragon who menaced Mondstadt, before finally being defeated by the combined efforts of the Vallon and the Animo Archon Barbados. After a fierce battle, the vanquished Durin crashed to ruin here, falling into the thick snow. Snow gathers atop this mountain and never melts, which is a most curious phenomenon. Which leads one to wonder, was Durin's fall here purely by chance, or was it intent?
Could it really have been intent?
Perhaps this place was chosen as a gravesite precisely so that the snow's power could seal the corrosive toxin coming from Durin's body. It seems plausible that Barbados would think of such a method.
Huh. Was Barbados such a capable god?
We can go ask
Well,
him.
these are just my postulations. I don't have any evidence. But what's for certain is that this mountain and Durin are deeply intertwined. In fact, I believe that the very sword in your hand has Durin's remains in it.
A dragon's remains?
Sick.
Indeed. The dragon's eyes, claws, and scales ground into dust before being used to coat the blade. In this way, Durin's corruption and venom entered into the sword and became the source of its power. This is very advanced craftsmanship. I presume that having successfully forged the weapon, the smith must have tried it out themselves in their joy. But using the sword in battle would have allowed the corruption to seep through the blade's handle and into their bodies. Ordinary mortals cannot withstand such power. The blacksmith must then have fled, driven mad by the curse, before meeting their end in some unknown place.
Yep.
You've purified the volunteers before, which is a very rare ability indeed. This ability has protected you from being corrupted or poisoned, and you can completely eliminate their effects, which is why you and only you can properly wield this sword.
Still, this sword really is huge. Yikes! It's glowing!
As far as I'm concerned, this is where the real experiment begins. This sword is still very weak at present. However, it is able to absorb energy, and through that, it is able to constantly become stronger. In some sense, you could even say that it is a living thing. Well then, traveler, adventure with it to your heart's content. I need you to help it grow.
Fuck yeah.
I believe that we will soon have all the proof that we need.
Oh, they just give you what you need. Okay, that makes sense. That's kind of cool. I like that. Origins by collecting those. That's cool. Nice. Kind of sucks that it's only during the quests, though. The events. Like, outside of the event, it's just not going to be powerful
Time for a
anymore.
quick snack? I'll whip one up in no time.
I'm hoping that it's like... I was gonna say was I hope it, like, the story explains how it loses its power at the end. I don't have any of these. Oh, I guess it's that the festering, since we have the sword now. Alright. Well, next episode of Genshin Impact, we will keep going with the main quest and power this fucking badass sword up. Alright, everyone. Until next time, take it easy.